difícil. Tem muitos termos, né? Assim, que você tem que primeiro se adaptar aos termos, depois é que você começa a entender direito como é que funciona. Ok, so let's go. So, bros, we have seen in previous classes some very simple topics as antonyms, synonyms, ambiguous words and sentences, and implicit and explicit knowledge. Do you have any doubt about these topics, these terms? Oh, teacher, I don't understand this or that. Could you explain again? If you don't have, we go ahead. But if you don't, we are going to review. Okay? Antonyms are opposite words, words with different meanings. Okay? Synonyms are words that have the same meaning, equal. Ambiguous, usually ambiguity is related to sentences, to words. When you say one sentence, one phrase that acts, that you can understand in two different ways. Okay, there are two or more possibilities of understanding. As that sentence that I told you from Portuguese, like o navio entrava na Baía de Todos os Santos. O navio entrava do verbo entrar, ou o navio entrava do verbo entravar. Two possibilities of comprehension. This is an ambiguous sentence, okay, or ambiguous word too. We have words ambiguous too. Like in Portuguese, manga. Manga, in our t-shirt, or manga like a fruit. Okay, ambiguity. And implicit and explicit knowledge. Implicit is related to a universal grammar, something that innate from us. Okay, our implicit knowledge about grammar in general. Okay, and explicit is everything we write or we learn in the experience. Seven. Some sentences have double meaning. Okay, two possibilities of understanding. They can be interpreted in two ways. Speakers are aware, okay, paying very attention of this fact because they appreciate jokes like piadas, which depend on two-way interpretation. So, comedian people use a lot this strategy of ambiguity, of double meaning, to create their jokes. Okay, it's a very important tool for comedian people like Gil Soares, like the actors from Zorra Total. They use all the time the ambiguity to create the jokes. Okay, let's see some examples of ambiguous sentences. For example, we have the sentence 7a, like Marjorie doesn't care for her parakeet. Okay, parakeet is the bird, this kind of bird. So Marjorie doesn't care. Okay, the parakeet is not important for Marjorie. Okay, but we have two possibilities of comprehension to this sentence. Or Marjorie doesn't like it, or Marjorie doesn't take care. Cuida, né? Ou ela não gosta, ou ela não cuida. So we have two meanings for this expression. Okay, doesn't care. Não se importa ou não cuidar. Two possibilities. 7b. Let's compare. Marjorie took the sick parakeet to a small animal hospital. Can you identify the double meaning? Okay, good morning. Welcome. Can you identify the double meaning, the ambiguity in the sentence? Marjorie took the sick parakeet to a small hospital. Took is like pegou. Periquito doente para a small hospital. Can we identify two meanings, the double meaning? I think here it's very clear. What do you understand when you read this sentence? Não, não é para enxergar mesmo não, foi de propósito, para vocês não verem a resposta, eu mostro já, tá? Só me digam o que é que vocês entendem aqui. Ou um ou dois sentidos, não importa. O que é que vocês entendem quando você lê essa frase? De maneira geral. What did you understand when you read that sentence in general? What has happened to Marjorie, or what is Marjorie doing in this sentence? I'm going to wait your answer. Your turn now. Took is like the verb take in the past. So the past tense. Six like village. Marjorie took the sick hurricane to a small animal hospital. Okay, let's see the meaning. Okay, we have in this sentence. Marjorie took the sick hurricane, fique doente, ela pegou, né? E levou para small animal hospital, para hospital de animais pequenos, or to a small hospital, right? A small hospital, not so big hospital, okay? So the ambiguity is, the animal is small or the hospital is small, okay? So we have these two possibilities. So Marjorie took the secretary to a small animal hospital, okay? But the question is, what is small? The hospital or the hurricane, okay? So both are correct. We have two possibilities of understanding, okay? A sentence that has two meanings we classify as ambiguous, okay? It's a question of ambiguity, two possibilities or more than two. 9. Speakers are aware that two statements may be related in such a way that if one is true, the other must also be true. Let's see some examples to understand better. For example, here we have a garden full of tulips, a type of flower, a species of flower. Okay, so line A. There are tulips in the garden. Tulips in the garden. Okay, so let's see another version. Line B. There are flowers in the garden. What do you think? The sentences are completely different, or is there a relationship between them? They are similar. Similar or different? What do you think? Why? Yes, they are similar. But why? Yes, tulips are species of flowers. Okay? Flower is the general term, the huge term. Tulip is just one species. Okay? Very good. Exactly that. 9C. The letter. Letter is like this. Okay? Letter. The letter is too short to reach the roof. Okay? The letter is too short to touch or to reach the roof. Okay? 9D. The letter isn't in the negative way now. Too long enough to reach the roof. And now, what do you think? The sentences 9C and 9D are the same, similar, or are different now? What do you think? The letter is too short to reach the roof, or the letter isn't too long enough to reach the roof? Vamos falar o que vocês não entendem, vocês podem pedir que eu ajude. Is it the same?
Porque a razão que está a escada é pequena e no outro está dizendo que a escada não é longa.
Yes, they are saying exactly the same thing using different strategies. Exactly that, okay? In one, they use a statement, an affirmative sentence statement, and in the second, the author is using a negative statement, okay? In another way, but the meaning is the same, okay? Um está dizendo que a escada é bastante curta para atingir o teto, né, para alcançar o teto, e na outra está dizendo que a escada não é tão longa para atingir o teto. Actually, it's the same meaning. Yeah. Okay, very good. Is it? Okay. Statement, positive, negative statement, and antonyms, short, long, for this context. So the author says that 9C entails 9D. Quando a gente diz entails, é como se o sentido de 9C implicasse no sentido de 9 deles. Estão relacionados, né? Justificasse o sentido do outro, apesar de estarem contrários. Okay? A gente vai já trabalhar com o termo de entailment, o conceito de entail. These pairs of sentences are examples of entailment or vinculum. Okay? Vinculum. Assuming that 9A and 9B are about the same garden, the truth of 9A entails the truth of 9B. That is, if 9A is true, is okay, 9B must also be true. Okay? It must also be okay too. Likewise, assuming the same letter and root, the truth of 9C entails the truth of 9D. The author is saying that the sentence 9A justify the sentence 9B or entails, okay? It shows that they have a vinculum. Let's try to understand now the concept, the presupposition, the conception of presupposition. In this chapter, at the end of the chapter 1, we have to see a lot of new concepts to understand the next chapters, 2, 3, 4, and so on. Okay? So the first chapter is a bit boring, chapter, because we have to identify first a lot of concepts. Okay?
Yeah,
that's it's a car mark like Ford, Volkswagen, Fiat. Okay, it's the name of the car. So forget this sentence. Okay, forget. Look at 10A. Andy Murphy usually drives her Datsun to work. Okay, so Andy Murphy usually drives her Datsun to work. Okay, the concept of presupposition is very obvious. Okay, what the author says. To say that Andy Murphy usually drives to Datsun work, we need to find a person called Andy Murphy. Okay, so Andy Murphy must to exist. It's simple and obvious. Okay. To say that she goes to work, we have to understand that Andy Murphy has a work. Okay, Andy Murphy works. So we presuppose from this sentence that there is a person named Andy Murphy, and that Andy Murphy works, and we presuppose that there is a Datsun that belongs to Andy Murphy too. And Andy Murphy knows how to drive an automobile, because the first sentence says that she drives to work. Okay? Então esse conceito de presupposition é bem óbvio, é que a gente tem que mostrar mesmo. Então o que é isso? Para você usar uma frase dessa com seus amigos, no português ou no inglês, para eles entenderem, todo mundo desse grupo tem que fazer pressuposições. Então se você diz que Andy Murphy geralmente dirige o carro dela para o trabalho, então primeiro, tem que existir um Andy Murphy, para as pessoas entenderem de quem é que você está falando, que é o referencial. Depois, você tem que saber que a Andy tem um carro, né? Existe um carro chamado Datsun e que ela tem esse carro. Depois, para dizer que ela tem que trabalhar, eu pressupõe dizer que ela tem que trabalhar de carro, pressupõe dizer que ela sabe dirigir. Então, presupposition is a very simple concept, okay? Very logical. So, Andy Murphy drives her Datsun to work. Okay. Speakers know that the message conveyed or communicated in one sentence may presuppose or implicates other pieces of knowledge. For instance, 10A is accepted as true. 10B until 10E must also be accepted as true. Let's see. Let's say examples. Okay. Let's see now. Another new concepts. Entailment versus presupposition. Let's compare now what entail is and what presupposition is. Pay attention. We have the example, the dogs are black. Okay? The dogs are black. And we have a similar example, the poodles are black. Okay. We are going to use these two sentences to exemplify the concept of entailment. Okay? So, I can say that the first example entails the second example because they are the same. It's the same way, it's the same case of the tulips. Remember, tulip is a type of flower. Tulip and flowers are the same, are equal. Okay? The same situation happens with dogs and poodle. Poodle is one type of dog. It's a kind of species. Okay? So poodles is a synonym of dog in some way. Okay? So I can say that this sentence entail is another one, and this sentence entail is another one. One sentence justify another one. Okay? So when I say that one sentence entail another sentence, I say that the truth of the sentence is the same truth of this another sentence. Então, a verdade de uma justifica a da outra. Então, a verdade dessa representa a verdade dessa e vice-versa. Isso é entail, o conceito de entail, tá bom? Let's see now something about presupposition. I have danced at a New York theater. Eu dancei no teatro de Nova York, no teatro de Nova York. So let's use the concept of presupposition. To presuppose that I have danced at a New York theater, I have to imagine that I like to dance, or at least that I know to dance. Okay? And that probably there is a theater, one theater in New York. Okay? So this is the concept. So New York, we have to presuppose to understand this sentence as native or as students of English, as foreign language, that New York has theaters, okay, and that I know to dance at least. So these are the conceptions of presupposition. We have to presuppose what we use in the sentences we use day by day. Okay? Deu para entender a diferença? Então, o conceito de integralmente é só o seguinte: quando você usa uma frase que a outra frase tem um vínculo com ela. Então, o que você diz nessa vai bater com o que você diz nessa. A verdade delas é igual. Né? A mensagem que ela quer dizer, apesar de algumas palavras serem diferentes, mais genéricas e mais específicas, né? A verdade delas é igual.
A primeira frase ela diz uma coisa e a segunda vai ser mais específica.
Pode ser mais específica.
Por exemplo, a primeira está falando de cachorro, mas não está especificando qual é a espécie de cachorro. Já a segunda especifica qual é.
Isso, de maneira mais específica, exatamente. Então, aí eu posso dizer que tem um processo de inteiro, que a verdade de uma não nega a verdade da outra, apesar de uma ser mais genérica, outra ser mais específica. Tá? Em relação a presupposition, é um conceito bem besta mesmo, mas a gente tem que estudar. Por exemplo, para você se comunicar, para eu estar falando aqui, vocês têm que ter tido experiências passadas com todos os termos e todas as expressões que eu uso aqui, seja no